Namaste, soul family. So I am just going right ahead and do some predictions for the month of not the month of, but the season of Libran season. Okay, so I feel like around after I'm going to be doing the readings uh based on the shifting of Gaia's frequencies, sun frequencies, in other words, because y'all know that the sun technically doesn't move uh, to what we know currently, um, scientific wise. So, the shifting of these frequencies, zodiacal frequencies, sun placements are, pretty much Gaia traversing uh, the zodiac. And so I'm going to be doing the readings based off of her movements, okay? And not the calendar's movement. So I'm going to be doing a reading for Libran season, which begins in September, uh, going into October, and then, from October to November, Sag. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at the energies rolling in for Libran season. And Libra, what do we know about the frequency of Libra? Libra rules, public relations, relationships, relating, personas. It also rules justice, okay? And favor. And so we're going to be looking at, I did say public relations, the public in general. So we're going to be looking at what's going to be happening during Libran season, where public relations are concerned. Okay, and I am going to begin with the fire signs. So I'm going to just basically do this based on the elements, so as to, kind of, dumb down the amount of, reduce rather than the amount of videos that I'd have to upload to my YouTube channel, or the amount of videos I might have to record. So, during Libran season, for everyone, we can, the general frequency for everyone is, one of restriction, similar to what was experienced during April, March, April, and when again was that? And June, July. Okay? Yeah. April, there were seemingly a lot of quarantines, not quarantines, curfews, as well as quarantines. But also January. Okay, also January. So, as it was in January, and January. I think also it was kind of like that in December. So, as it was in December of last year and January of this year, um, March, April of this year, and like I've been telling y'all, these frequencies are like, they create a triple fold, if not a quadruple fold kind of mirror effect, wherein which they increase. Okay, so it's not a double-sided mirror, it's not a triple folded or triple-sided mirror either, or folded, I don't know how you want to say that, but it's like so the first video usually gets um a grand introduction, okay, because like I'm not gonna repeat this in other videos, okay, and I'm not privy to, cut and detach and, upload, to the other videos, okay, the same introduction, but like it's like a 4 times effect. So I use quadruple or something like that. So pretty much that's how it is. Okay. Pretty much that's how it's always been and will always be. Um, mm. So I'm thinking about Libran season. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not gonna, redo this video because like the whole mirror effect thing has me thinking. But it is, what it is. So public relations, that's what we're dealing with for Libran season. The public, that's what Libra is, and basically there are gonna be restrictions where in which just the same, where in which people are gonna be restricted from moving around as people were accustomed to like years ago, and people are gonna be like quarantined just the same. People are gonna be they're gonna be curfews just the same. Not much people up and about in the public, and we see that already, creeping in from Virgo season, because like each frequency, influences the one that follows it, and Virgo's the hermit. Okay, Virgos love to hide, and similar to Pisces rising, which would be Sun in Cancer. But like I said, I think I said, I don't, in some of my previous videos, previous videos, there's gonna be a lot of sickness. Okay, an increase in the COVID-19 cases. Like I told people, there will also be new viruses, or if y'all want to call them variants of COVID-19, the upsurge of past viruses. People are going to pretty much be confined to people they're related to, or people in their households, family members and so on and so forth, or spouses and so on and so forth. But there aren't going to be much people in the public. And this is what, people can expect to see a lot of this. And I told people, like, okay, people are trying to be positive, but it's not about being positive, it's about being realistic. And I might not even record a reading in this video. I might just upload this as an introduction. But the truth is, there are going to be a lot of thieves. There are going to be a lot of crimes taking place during Libran season, as well as a lot of dark secrets exposed, revealed. These are things that people have been doing for like years. So that would be a Saturn cycle, or somewhat of a Saturn cycle, or a transit of Saturn. But like for example, Saturn takes 2.5 to 3 years before it moves into a different frequency. So whatever people been doing within the past the last 2.5 years, 2.5 to 3 years, these are gonna be exposed, as well as 7 years, as well as 29.5 to 30 years. But it's about Saturn, okay? And Saturn can be very dark and cruel and evil, because like every frequency has their positive and their negative aspects, yin and yang. Yeah, okay. And when you don't allow yourself to transcend to higher frequencies, like I've been telling people, what happens is you feed into the negative aspect of them frequencies. So my apologies if I put anyone down. And because like me, I'm just still learning, and there's certain aspects that I've come across that I kind of like turn my back to, because like I consider them to be very low vibrational. But it's not really them aspects that are bad, or negative. It's just what people choose to play into or give into. So if y'all listen, when you listen to this video, and y'all get to listen to my other videos where I go ham on people bearing certain aspects, I have nothing against y'all. Like people are moon in Scorpio, moon in Cappy. I have nothing against y'all. I know that there are good people out there who's got their moon placement in Scorpio. I know there are good people too who got their moon placement in Capricorn. I never met someone who says moon in Capricorn who was really nice to me, but I believe, yeah. But like, yeah, I believe there are people who are Leo risings who are not cruel and not self-centered. It's just pretty much because there are positive aspects to each frequencies, and it's just pretty much whichever aspect you choose to play into. If you allow yourself to transcend to higher frequencies, then you are going to, pull on the yin aspect of your, the aspects of your natal chart. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But like I said, during Libran season, and that's gonna go into Cappy season, where in which Capricorn is like Capricorn is like a form of transition in itself, because it's a completion. And so with that being said, they're going to be new Saturn cycles. Of course, some people, they've got their Cappy before Cappy season. You feel what I'm trying to say? And so for some people, their what do you call it? New Saturn cycle will begin before um Cappy season, which is December. Okay, but for some, it's before. Let me just say that. For some, it's gonna be after. Okay, for some, it's gonna be like next um Pisces season. Okay, but that's just, you know, people's frequencies and aspects. But a lot of restrictions, like I said, a lot of usury too that you gotta watch out for. A lot of, you know, working, because like pretty much that's the only thing people are gonna be allowed to do in public spaces. They're not gonna be allowed to party, to enjoy themselves. They're not gonna be free to roam. It's just gonna be very highly restricted. You know, people are going to be highly restricted, very restrictive. Okay, so not much freedom there, not much expansion there. But you know, also people are going to get sick a lot, um, and that's because the cases are rising, and they're going to rise because we're at that point in human history where in which that's what's supposed to happen. You know, it's just, you know, Gaia cleansing herself, and therefore we don't need crime or violence. But then again, that too is a part of it. So like I said, a lot of murders, a lot of thieving or stealing and robberies, a lot of hate crimes. Okay, people pretty much also just sticking to their own kind, you know. Yeah, people being very restricted in terms of their going out hours. But we're gonna look into them aspects beginning with the fire signs. Namaste.